Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything.
Ooh, yes, Otho Gold here today, and he's here to just reflect on being lazy. He'll be with you here in just a moment. I got to go out to the porch. Well, old Otho's out here on his porch right now, sitting in a swing, just sitting back watching the wheels go round and round, like John Lennon said. Not a care in the world today. You got to have days like that where you just sit back with a cold drink in your hand and just think, just relax. I was at the doctor's office the other day, and I told him, I said, "Doc, I'm not able to do all the things I used to do that my wife wants me to do around the house now." And after the examination was over, I said, "Now, Doc, tell me, I can take it. What's wrong with me? Tell me in plain English what it is." The doctor said, "Well, in plain English, you're just lazy." I said, "Okay, now give me the medical term so I can tell my wife that." I was downtown here in Bloomington, Illinois the other day, and I saw two guys working, city guys. They were digging a hole. One guy would dig the hole, the other would fill it up. The other one would dig the hole, dig the dirt back up, the other one would fill it up. I walked over and I said, "What are you two doing?" Hey, I can't believe that you dig a hole and fill it up again. Well, one of the diggers leaned on his shovel and he said, "Well, that lazy jackass who plants the trees is sick again today." Yeah. Oh man, I tell you. Saw a guy hanging out of a car the other day, filling his gas tank. He pulled his car up next to the gas tank. Rather than getting out, he leaned out of the window and put his credit card in and took the hose off the pump, and then just kind of swung around and opened up his, the gas tank and filled it up while hanging out of his car. Now that was the darndest thing. I thought that was the epitome of laziness. And speaking of laziness, I see people doing all kinds of things here in the neighborhood. Saw one of my neighbors driving around with a four-wheeler, pulling his lawnmower behind it. Now, if you can imagine that, pulling a lawnmower behind a four-wheeler, mowing your yard. I see the same thing sometimes with people driving their car and they're walking their dog. They got the leash hanging out the window, the dog walking along beside the car. Oh, when I was in northeast Georgia, I saw one lazy guy. He got in his truck and was hanging on to his trash bin that's on wheels, and he was pulling it alongside while he's driving the truck. He only had about 50 yards to walk, but he thought it was more prudent to just drag it alongside the truck. I tell you, it's shopping carts. All of you seen the people who are too lazy put their shopping carts in the corral? They drag their groceries or their purchases out to their car and unload it, and then just leave that shopping cart right there on the parking lot, taking up a place. That's always annoying. You know what I'm talking about. I was at a baseball game a few weeks ago. Yeah, Otho does watch baseball every now and then. I saw a fan with a straw 5 feet long. It was stuck in his beard that was sitting on the concrete at his feet. But that way he didn't have to bend over. He didn't have to bend down, pick his drink up, and hoist it up to his mouth and then set it back down. He just had a straw that was 5 feet long. Now, I tell you, some folks just go to great lengths to be lazy and not do anything, not move any more than they have to. Oh, you remember when I was in Georgia? I was coming back from Georgia driving down the highway. And you know those white lines that are on both sides of the highway, the edges of the highway? Well, apparently, when they were striping that thing, there was a tree that was lying over, just lying just a little bit over the highway. And that striping machine, whoever was running it, they went around it. They just made a little U right around that tree rather than getting out and moving the tree and continuing the striping. Good Lord, I tell you. Well, all of you've got stories about being lazy, but Oak, though, he's going to go back to sipping a cold one. Y'all have a good day. Thinking about you.